Hello beautiful souls, here we are in October and we have some very challenging but also life enhancing and life transforming astrology this month. We not only have a Mutable Grand Cross, we also have a Cardinal Grand Cross. I can hear you all shaking in your boots remembering last year. But having said that, some astrologers refer to these as achievement squares. Here's your monthly astrology. Leo, my darling, you are strongly featured in the Cardinal Grand Cross. But before I get to that, let's talk about the Mutable Grand Cross. For you, actually, there's a lot of stuff going on around finance, work, sorting yourself out and being powerful. In fact, there's a possibility that you're going to gain even more power by the end of the month once you've come through this Mutable Grand Cross. But this Mutable Grand Cross gives you the opportunity to transform your finances, to transform your career and connect to some amazing people. But within that, you might feel a little bit stressed out or pushed to your limit in some way. But it's fast, it'll be over. It's only a day. So if you are prepared, you can go onwards much quicker. And one of the things you need to watch out for is how you communicate to people when you're going through the challenge. There might be a part of you that's very offhand, or thanks to Mars, you're like, rah, I've got to get going, I've got to get things done. And you're not being your usual magnanimous self, and that could have repercussions. But whatever happens, it's the karma cross, baby. And once you go through it and once you transform it, that's it. Some karma shifted one way or the other. So I think that's happy days and good news. Now, it's a little bit more tricky, I have to admit, when it comes to the Cardinal Grand Cross, because your ruler, the sun, is involved. And again, it's connected to communication, and it's connected in you being really quite clear. You may have the opportunity, actually, or something is presented to you, either blunt information out of the blue or something fantastic, like the opportunity to go on a journey or have an adventure. But to do that, you have to make some changes. And again, the changes are possibly to do with the way that you see power. And it's about really taking an inventory of what's going on in your life and looking at what's important and what isn't. And that should come to the surface around the 5th. Now, moving on from that, we have Venus, the planet of love, making you feel much more secure within yourself. And indeed, you might notice this month that you have the support and loyalty of somebody either new that could end up being even marriage material, or a current lover that ends up showing you that they're really there for you, that they believe in you, that they're your greatest cheerleader, or just people around you are very, very solid for you. And that makes you feel great. You're like, do you know what? I can go forward on my journey because I've got the backup of the people I love really cheering me on. We have Mercury, the planet of communication, and a new moon giving you superpowers when it comes to communication. Whatever lesson you have at the beginning of the month, you learn it, I think, pretty quickly. And there's some unexpected, but hopefully, fingers crossed, positive communication that could be a game changer for you. And you're like, okay, this is it. And you'll know exactly what to do with that information. New moons are great anyway, because it brings about a change within us. We can go forward, letting something go and growing new seeds. Venus, Mars and Jupiter are also really cheering you up when it comes to your career and your work. There is amazing opportunities for you career-wise this month. Amazing opportunities to feel secure, to work hard and to really reap those rewards. And you're also able to communicate with the people that you love in a new way, and it's like magical. You feel as if something's lifted. If you've had any problems with Mercury going retrograde up until the 9th, you feel that that's shifting and you suddenly go, oh, thank God for that. Whatever was going on, it's moved on. Now, Venus and Jupiter are conjunct, and you just feel that life is different. You feel that life is more secure, and when you're secure, you can do even more. You have learnt over your life that really the only way to be secure is to trust in yourself. But this shift in energy that's happening this month is teaching you something else, that it's the people that are close to you that support you, that help you go on to do what you've got to do. And there's a lot of celebrating, connecting and joyfulness there, and possibly even a marriage proposal for some of you lucky Leos. On the 27th, we have a full super moon, and this is a good omen for you because it brings about a peak experience when it comes to your career. If things haven't been working out, you have the energy there to transform it, and it brings up probably quite a lot of emotion. There's probably, fingers crossed, a sense of relief that you have got to where you want to go. If you haven't done the planning, if you haven't been on top of it, you know, there may be a little bit of frustration, but an idea, an intuition, a dream will guide you towards your goals. Now, we end with a Venus, Mars and Jupiter conjunction again in your position of security. You've earned it, and now there's expansion in store for you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this month's astrology. I have to say it's such an important month that I highly recommend you going to horoscope.co.uk, where I've got full written details about what's going on. And also, if you fancy it, michelleknight.co.uk or .com, because I've got 3,000 articles on everything magical, spiritual, from soulmates to psychic development. Take care, have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon.